DCKO Knightfight issue 1, Joshua Williamson writing with Dan Mora on the art. So, I think maybe at some point there was like a news article headline saying what the broad premise of this book was. It was going to be Batman versus the Robins. I kind of forgot about that though when I started reading this. I was just like, what is this going to be? Clearly it's a tie-in to KO. But, you know, and obviously spoilers for KO issue 1 here, but Batman he got stabbed. So, and this book starts with Batman sort of looking lovingly at the Robins, and he's like, oh, Dick's the leader, Jason's the hothead, but he's got heart. Damien is the heart of the team, and then Tim's the smart one, the detective, blah, blah, blah. And he's basically just this, you know, it's a nice couple of pages. It's just talking about Batman's relationship with the Robins. Cut to KO, he dies, and then sometime later, his stone corpse, because it's turned to stone, there's a little beep beep, and apparently Batman installed a boom tube in his armor in case he lost, so that he would travel back to Earth and he could take care of Earth if he happened to go down in the tournament. However, the premise of this book is that we're in some kind of weird alternate future or parallel dimension or something.
A sideways, if you will.
A sideways, yeah, we can call it that. So what does that mean for this, really?
Yeah.
Well, you remember how Batman Zarski was doing Batman? And we got to that second arc, and it was like, oh, this entire second arc is going to be about an alternate world where Batman's going to have to learn why everything's different. And I wasn't that fond of it. Now Williamson's doing that. For some reason, we're doing this as a tie-in to KO. And I'm like, other than the fact that he was zapped here during KO, how much is this going to have to do with KO? Maybe it will. Maybe by the end of it, there's going to be some tie-in to it. There's something Batman's going to learn is going to feed back into KO. Who knows?
And we know that Damien and Jason are both still at the Apocalypse Corps thing, right?
Yes.
So, you know, so whatever this world is, it's definitely a not for keeps kind of deal, you know, because there's other things going on. Yeah, very, very weird. I didn't think we were going to get a Batman looking, dissecting the Robins again so soon after we've gotten this just about every 3 years.
Well, I was fine with the first couple pages because it was just a proud father being like, oh, my boys got here first and took care of the situation. And isn't that nice? I feel so proud. I was 2 pages, 3 pages even, completely fine. Then it gets into the premise of what the actual book is, and I'm like, I hate this. Yeah. I hate this. And I don't think I have to read any more of it. I don't think there's any reason why I need to read any more of it. I don't like it. And, you know, it's doing all this stuff where it's like, okay, Dick's Batman here, and I thought it was really annoying that they left Batman looking so blue, because Dick's also got a blue Batman logo, but he's the one with the darker cowl, but every time I saw them on a panel, I had to keep telling myself which one was Dick, because the one with the darker silhouette, I often, my brain just goes, that must be the Batman one, that must be the Bruce, because that's how he usually looks. Well, but he's not here. It's always Dick that's the one in silhouette.
And him wearing the cape too, and that becomes a story point where he just, you know, detaches the cape and is like, oh, I don't need that like you did. Just go without the cape. Like make him, let him do his own thing. This is an alternate world. He doesn't have to cut the same figure as Bruce. You know, do some stylistic differences here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something to tell them apart easier is all I was really looking for. And then, you know, it's like, oh, you know, how dare you show back up in Gotham, Batman? You went crazy after the Lazarus. It feels like they're kind of suggesting, oh, all this stuff about this tournament, that's just all in your head because you were in a Lazarus pit. You couldn't give up being Batman, so you know you're not welcome here. And I've now got an army of Robins. I've let anyone in the city who wants to be a Robin become a Robin. So he's got all these Robins running around,
and that's not great. Like that's not a good idea. You can have too many Robins, you know. So I will say I do like more of cyberpunk Gotham, right? Like this weird amorphous future. Everything's bright and neon, and we're getting pinks and greens and yellows. So that all looks cool. And I do like the idea of Dick making Gotham his own, complete with the Bat Tower, which looks like Titan Tower. And he has, you know, his same concept that he had for the Titans Tower during Taylor's Nightwing. You know, going on here where that's how they're training all the Robins and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, this was not a fun book to read. It felt tedious, and again, it's just Batman. We're going to get one of these versus each of his sons. So
Yeah, the entire premise doesn't really fill me with that much excitement. We do too much multiverse stuff in DC at point. Not that they're not even confirming this is multiverse per se yet, but we're clearly not, like, we're doing something here that's otherworldly or alternate future or whatever. Or maybe it's just in Batman's head. This is some kind of I don't know, weird apocalyptic thing, like the engine's doing this to him because he tried to leave or something. I don't know. But this dour thing. I think one of the big things here that bugs me about this, it'd be one thing if you want to do this alternate world, alternate future where Dick is now Batman and he's pissed, he's pissed at Bruce for whatever reason. The problem is though, is they just write him as an angry douchebag like Jason.
Yeah.
He just sounds like Jason Todd the entire time, and that's just not that satisfying to read. Also, he keeps calling Bruce old man, and I get that relative to him he is an old man, but Dick literally has grey in his hair. In this art, it feels a little bit weird for him to call someone else old man when he's clearly not young anymore himself.
Yeah, he's got the Reed Richards temples going on, But and just the whole idea too of the pinging of the boom tubes is, if this was called Knightfight and the whole premise is Batman versus the different Robins, with the way this book's end, I have the feeling like we're not going to get a lot of closure with a lot of these, and he's going to get ripped away to go to a different
other worlds. The reveal at the end of this book is that because he's like, hey, where's Damien, where's Tim, where's Jason, and Dick's like, you killed them all, and there's like a big statue of them all in the background for the final page. It's like, okay, sure Josh.
Yeah, it does really feel like a extension from his short Batman run, which we weren't really fond of. So,
shocking.
Yeah, right. So, but yeah, and again, to be positive, to try to put some positive on this, the art, minus the both two Batman but wearing the same blues, right? I think that the action sequences are pretty fun to read. We get Dick shedding the cape and then going full Nightwing by throwing the Scream sticks. Yeah, it all looks really cool.
Dan Mora was a good artist, and the art here is very good. And it's not even that they're wearing the same blues as well, for the record. It's that Batman's wearing the more blue outfit, and that's the problem, is that my brain keeps processing him as the Dick because he's the one in blue. But that's not the case here. And I get that he has blue in his outfit right now because of the new run. But I feel like in this case, I mean, because you customized it anyway. He's got these like yellow lines on it because of the boom tube stuff. Yeah. So if you're going to do him a custom suit anyway, give him a suit that sticks out more as Bruce next to Dick's version of the suit. But hey, whatever.
Yeah. That said, I also like some of the Robin designs here. There's a Robin with a big old Buster sword, also a Robin with guns that shoots the Robin shurikens, which that seems, that seems sketchy. I don't know why Dick would allow that. It's still shooting projectiles. That's not a rope. So definitely weird, man. I thought I knew what this book was going to be, and then it wasn't that at all in a bad way. It's surprised in the wrong direction.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know what to expect from it. Like I say, I kind of forgot anything I'd read about what the premise was going to be, and when I started it, I genuinely had no idea what it was. And I like when we got to what this is, I'm just like, oh, this is just a waste of time, like side story. That, I mean, maybe there'll be some small nugget by the end that is relevant, but I don't care. I don't care enough to read the rest of this. I hated this book. I fundamentally, and I knew, like, as soon as Dick showed up as Batman and they start bickering, I'm like, oh, I hate what this is. But hell, even as soon as Batman transported, I was like, wait, Batman had a built-in, like, exit clause in case he get killed, even though technically he died?
That's not how boom tubes work as far as I know in the New Gods realm.
To be honest, Matt, like, you jump to this way too often, and I think you do it incorrectly a lot. But this is a severe case of because Batman. That's what this is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree.
He died!
Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand. I don't understand why they thought that was a good idea.
Because he says, "Oh, I built it to activate if I was inactive for too long." But yeah, but why would you be back to life if, like, sure, okay, I'll buy that it boom tubes you back to Earth, but it should be a corpse,
right?
You should show up as a corpse in Gotham Bay. And...
just to imagine his corpse boom tubing into Titan's tower, because the Titans are the ones that are taking, that are dealing with Earth as they're evacuating it. And they're like, oh, Bruce is back. Oh my God, Bruce is back. Just a big old stab wound from the Joker.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Anywho. Yeah, what are you rating? Knightfight?
This is I mean, it was a 5.
3 out of 10. I can't go any higher than that. It sucks. What you want from me?